So one of my psychiatrist friends told me a story that I'll never forget. So she described that she was starting a new rotation in her fellowship. And so each rotation has two people in it. And so she was here with this one of the other fellows. And so she's okay, we're going about her first day. And maybe I was feeling like a little tired or something. And I forget whether the attending had commented or she had said something, or I don't know. But then the other person on the rotation, the other doctor, goes, "Oh, it's because you go out drinking on the weekends, huh?" And my friend just looked at him like, "What the f? Like, how dare you say that?" And so she told me this story, and I was like, "What the yeah? Like, what the f? Who says that kind of thing?" Because you guys are starting this rotation together, right? So you guys are in the same position, right? You're working under an attending. Both of you want to make a good impression on the attending, and so the fact that this person like throws the other doctor, my friend, under the bus is one, making her look bad, but second, just making himself look bad because who rats someone out like that? And I still remember that story because it makes me think back to the med school days. I remember when I first entered med school, I'd always heard about gunners. Like all Reddit was filled with like the horror stories about gunners. And a gunner, if you're not familiar, is basically someone who will gun down other people to succeed themselves. So in med school, it's usually like they'll always be the ones like gung ho, raising all their hands for the questions. They might be the ones asking always for extra help and extra credit, the ones who like always stay late. And that can be a diligent student, but then it becomes a gunner when, let's say, they lie to their classmates about what materials covered on the test or when the test is, or they might have a study thing, some study schedule or study at a resource that they don't share, right? Because now, or like they might tell wrong information to somebody if they ask them like a medical question because they're trying to screw them over, right? They're trying to gun them so that they can succeed themselves. It's very cutthroat mentality. Luckily, I didn't really experience this in my medical school, but I went to a small medical school in Alabama, 75 people. So one, you stood out way more if you were a dick like that. And then second, it's like the South, we're more chill, Southern hospitality, whatnot. But I've heard in like some of these bigger schools that can happen. But so the meta point I want to make is that as doctors, we should be supporting each other. Administration is already against us, right? They want to basically exploit us for our labor, right? Public sentiment for doctors is an all time low. People would rather listen to rando influencers talk and listen to their advice rather than listen to doctors, which is another reason I think that doctors, medical professionals need to get on social media. It's like, well, we can combat that misinformation, right? You have to fight fire with fire. You have to go to the arena where the fight is being held. You can't just talk about medicine or, oh, like all these fake TikTok diagnoses in the comfort of your office while the TikTok diagnoses are keep growing and growing, right? You have to get in the arena. But that's a separate point. Oh my God. The problem with making these separate points is that I literally forget what I was going to say. I just get, I get so caught up in the moment, right? We're talking about gunners. We're talking about medical professionals being on social media, supporting each other. Yes. Yeah. So we have to, because the general public is not going to doesn't believe us half the time anyway, right? Especially after the whole COVID, Dr. Fauci type of thing. People believe that misinformation is real. The medical system trust is at a very low. So there's that aspect. A lot of random people think that doctors are very overpaid and we're money hungry and greedy. They already don't trust us there anyway, right? We're already getting opposition from everywhere, right? So at least the least that we can do is at least support each other through this process. We've all gone through medical school, so we're not competing anymore. We've already gotten in. And then even at residency, yes, there's some competition, but then once you're in residency, you're not competing with anyone. There's more than enough jobs out there for all of us. There's more than enough patients out there for all of us. And then yeah, especially as an attending, there's no competition. It really makes me sad. I see this in the comments. Sometimes I will get hate, like especially in my main psychiatry channel, right? It's got 300,000, 350,000 followers, right? So now it's a bigger channel. And one random person hate, whatever, I don't care. But when I get it from another psychiatrist, that's what really hurts me. And it's like, it actually makes me so sad. I'm like, we could be helping each other. We could be supporting each other. We're on the same field. It's a small field. There's only 30,000 of us of the country. I'm sure we might run into each other. We might have mutual friends. We might go to APA together. So why are you commenting hate on my videos? I've never commented hate on anyone's video, let alone another doctor, especially another doctor creator. I am always happy to see more doctor creators out there, and I always support whatever they're doing. And yeah, it makes me sad because I can think of a couple different examples where I think one of the psychiatrists didn't agree with what I was saying. And so she said something like, that's why bro has time to live stream every day. And the other one was said something like, this guy's a hack or a quack because they didn't like my previous employer. And so now they're basically saying, oh, yeah, like only some shit doctor would work for my previous employer, right? Which is, you don't even know me. And now here you are as a psychiatrist, like commenting crap about me. I've never said anything negative about you. And it's imagine if we were colleagues or friends, I could literally help you. My account's way bigger than yours, bro. I could help you grow. But you're clearly posting on social media and you have videos. So clearly you want to effing grow. So why don't I could literally help you? We could help each other. We could support each other. But like people gonna hate. And this is what they want, right? They want us all to fight against each other. So that way we don't rebel. We don't look at who the real enemy is at the top, right? The insurance companies, the big pharma monopolies, these pharmacy benefit managers, like all these prior auths, right? Like the med denials, the physician reimbursements going down, idiots in the government spreading misinformation, right? These are the real enemies that we have. These are the real movers in society. And they want us to fight each other so that way we don't band together and unite against the corruption that's happening. But of course, that's why they're happy, right? That's why they have Democrats and Republicans. That's why they have social issue this versus social issue that, because they want us all to keep squabbling. And so that way, because if we're looking at each other, we're not looking at, oh, who is pulling the strings here. So yeah, like this, and that's why this channel, my whole goal is to create a community for medical creators to bond together and support each other, right? And help each other. Because this content creation stuff, I'm 5 years in my journey. Nobody taught me this. I didn't learn this in medical school or residency or fellowship. None of my attendings taught me. I didn't have any content creator friends. I was doing my residency in bumfuck Michigan. I had to figure it out on my own. And I don't want that for you. I want to share the knowledge that I've learned with you so that way it's a lot easier for you than it was for me. And I just think as doctors, as med students, residents, if we all band together, then we can really have the impact that we want, right? While still enjoying our careers in medicine. And yeah, it's a lot nice doing something when you have support rather than when you have hate. So I just want us all to support each other. Yeah, I hope that's helpful. If growing your first 10,000 followers on social media, especially as a medical creator, is something you're struggling with, definitely check out our Medical Creator Academy, Level Up Social Academy, completely free, by the way. It's where I help medical creators, medfluencers grow online. So definitely check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.